What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of season 1, Cash and Confidence, where we talk about money, market power, and respect. I am your host, Mo Money, and that is a mouthful every single time that I say it. I promise you, I probably have to say that about 5 times before I actually get it right every single week. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. First off, I just want to thank everybody who has tuned in, who's been listening on this journey. We've had episode 1 where we talked about mindset, episode 2, we make more money, 3, credit and debt. And this week's episode is going to bridge all of those things together. And I'm so excited to be able to give this knowledge. I have the momentum to keep going to give this knowledge, and I just hope you all are listening. And for those who are, I appreciate it. Also, be sure to sign up for the newsletter, subscribe, because I give out helpful gems every single week. Yeah, you're missing out if you're not with it. And this week especially, because I'm going to actually give a worksheet, something that will not be free forever. So definitely be sure to subscribe to the VIP newsletter. Anyways, guys, last week, again, we talked about credit and debt, how to leverage it for your financial success. This week, we are talking about, without further ado, episode 4, master your money map. Build a budget that aligns with your life and legacy. So I am switching the word money budget to money map. That's what we're doing here. Budget always gives restrictive or punishment. It feels like it, right? But it's actually, money map gives direction, right? Directive, empowerment. That's where we want to shift our mindsets when we say budget, because the problem is people don't want to, they create a budget, but then they eventually sway away from the budget. And that's what we want to stop doing. That's where we stop today doing it. Okay. So this first segment is going to be called Why Most Budgets Fail. And if we're being honest, it's because, like I said before, budgets can feel like punishment, because this is the money that you have in place and this is only how much you're able to spend. You know, when we were little kids, our parents would be like, oh yeah, you know, do you have McDonald's money? And it's like, now we understand why they said that, right? Amen. So I think a lot of people mess up though with budgets because they're not catering the budget to their lifestyle or to their values. They're not catering it to how they want to live. You know, if you want a luxurious lifestyle, that's cool. That's cool, right? I'm not telling you to minimize the lifestyle you want to live. I'm not here to do that. I'm just telling you that if you want that lifestyle and your income isn't matching, then you need to make more money. And so you should go back and listen to episode 2 because I tell you how to do that. But yeah, no, if you want to have a certain type of lifestyle and your income isn't matching, then you need to match your income to your lifestyle. Don't minimize yourself for money, right? And if you can't, you genuinely just cannot, then you got to have discipline, unfortunately. And so it might feel a little like punishment, but think about the long-term destination. That's why I call it a money map, because you have a destination. And to get to that point, you need to have a map, right? And your money needs to know exactly where it needs to go to get you there, to make sure those detours are covered on your journey. So, and your money is not going to have the same destination as you. Money doesn't care about freedom. You do. So your money is just there to enhance you. It's there to guide you on the way, you know? So understand this. Your money is not meant to control you. It's meant to reflect you. So whatever your money is doing is a reflection of you. If you're constantly living paycheck to paycheck, that's what you might want to sit down and figure out, what am I doing? What is my money map doing to get me to this destination? If it's sending me backwards, is that beneficial to my success? No. Okay. So let's redirect this map to go in the direction that it needs to go. Right? So now in segment 2, the money map concept. Again, we've replaced the word now. So now let's talk about how we can create an efficient map to our destination, right? So first things first, make sure you're having your category set out. You need to understand what different things it is that you're paying for. What is your self-care expenses? What is your bills? And so that's the first thing, your expenses versus income. You need to total up your expenses. I'm going to say here, total up your bills The ones you have no choice but to pay because this raggedy system makes us pay bills on a floating rock. That's a whole other issue, but don't get me started. Anyways, you need to plan out the bills that are coming out consistently. You have no choice, right? Total that up, divide it by the pay frequency. If you're getting paid weekly or bi-weekly, you need to divvy it up by 4 or 2. And from there, take that amount out of your check and put it into an account that you will not touch. I don't care if you got to send it to your mama, your daddy, whoever is not going to spend it. Send it and let them hold on to it if you have to, or put it into your Venmo account. Do not touch it until it's time for you to pay the bill. How many times have people put money into their checking account? They move it into their savings saying, hey, I'm going to save this money. They use all the money in their checking and they move the savings. They keep moving it little by little. And now you no longer have a savings account. How many people did that? Raise your hand. I can't see them. I say that every episode, but I know they're there. So you need to put it into an account that you're not going to touch. I have 3 accounts. I have one for my savings, one for investment, and not for savings, one for fun. Kind of for savings because I use my credit card for fun, but that's a whole other thing. One for savings, one for investing, one for bills. I never touch the bills money because I know bills have to be paid. Okay. So after you do the expense versus income, and you take your expenses, you divvy them up, you divide them by your pay frequency. The remainder, let's say you had $1,000, you took $250 away for bills. I don't know what planet you living on if you only got $1,000 in expenses, but nonetheless, the $750 is what you're going to apply the 7-20-10 method to. All right. And this can be tweaked based off of your lifestyle. If you're in hustle mode and you got a little more to put towards savings versus, the 70%, which is like for fun and stuff, then go for it. Do 60-30-10, right? But we're going to stick with 70-20-10. And 70 is going to be for your fun, like getting massages or self-care, whatever it is. 20% is going towards investing, stocks, crypto, foreign exchange, knowledge, high yield savings account, wherever you put it at. And then 10% is supposed to go towards giving or charities or giving back, whatever. But you can also set up the 10% to be like an emergency sinking fund. So if your tire runs flat or, you need something done to your car or your house or something, you got 10% right there. And also this can be used as a backup plan to your future self. So if your future self does a ooh and you touch money that you're not supposed to, and you're trying to figure out where am I going to get the money to replace it, you can go into your 10% account and get that money. So it's just to have a little floor net for you. So yeah, make sure that you're creating categories for all these things. Even when you have that 70% to spend, make sure you're seeing where exactly it is that you're spending it. You know what I mean? Like, create a chart if you have to. And we'll kind of get into that into this next segment, which is called tools to start building. So I wrote down a few apps. So a couple apps you could use is like YNAB, Good Budget, Rocket Money, or you could just use a Google Sheet. I started off with a Google Sheet. I created a formula that specifically shows me how much I need to put into each account and then how much I'm left with as far as a budget. I'm actually going to I have a money map budgeting template that I'm going to be sending out in the newsletter. So be sure to subscribe so you can receive it because it may not always be free. But yeah, feel free to use it and that will help you guide you onto your journey through your journey to your destination and understanding where your money is going. Another important thing to understand is you don't have to make it a bad portion of your life, right? Sitting down and doing your budget. You can light a candle. You can play some music. You can, set the ambiance. You see the background that I have? The ambiance. And, sit with your planner and sit with your money and just say, oh yeah, I got that. And that made me feel so good. I want to do that every single month, or that I could have done without that, and then put that away, do whatever it is. Like, sit with your money and understand the impact that spending had you feel. To understand if you want to do it again, if you want to make it a habit, or if maybe it just wasn't the right spending. Maybe it just wasn't something that you should have spent your money on or could have done without. And if that's the case, you could be saving money. You know, how many of us, I ain't gonna ask how many because I can't see y'all hands, but a lot of us have a lot of subscriptions that we're not even using. You see the subscription, you know it's coming out. Some people don't even know, like myself. I didn't even know they were still pulling Netflix out. It's terrible, but yeah, I didn't even know they were pulling Netflix out. Sometimes you just need to sit with your subscriptions and say, hey, do I need this subscription? Get rid of it if you don't. You know, why do you need Netflix, Hulu, Peacock? Why do you need all of them? If you don't just pick one, just maybe pick one for the month. You know, my nails, I had to establish I don't want to pay upwards of almost $200 to get my nails and feet done. So now I do my own nails. You know, they're a little crusty right now. That's just because it's been a couple weeks, probably like 2 weeks. But yeah, I do my own. I do my own hair. I'm a DIY girly. I do my own lashes, my own makeup. Sometimes when you're on a path to success, wherever it is you're trying to go, even if you have the money, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend it. Get into your DIY bag. Yeah. And if you don't want to, you're just not DIYer, cool. Create your money map. Stick to it, baby. Yeah. And keep it simple, you know what's coming in, and every dollar has a destination, right? Destination does not have to be towards your destination. It just has a destination. Know where that money is going. When you're sitting and you're thinking about your investments, the investment money in your investment account, where is that money going to go? Are you putting it into an IUL for your children or for yourself? Are you putting it into stocks, crypto, all those things? Like, where is the money going? Sitting down and establishing what each dollar is doing and how is it benefiting you, in what way. Just be sure to check in weekly on your money. Do money check-ins weekly. If you do monthly, it's going to be a lot harder. Trust me, I work in accounting and we do month end, and things get very chaotic at the month end because in my opinion, I feel like we're not sitting down weekly and reconciling things in the way maybe we should. If you reconcile weekly, you stand a better chance of staying on top of things versus trying to reconcile all at the end of the month. If there's things that you like, maybe you were double charged for something and you didn't notice, now you're waiting all the way until the end of the month to call these people about a double charge that happened at the beginning of the month. No, check it weekly. That way you can address any discrepancies then and there. And make sure that you're asking yourself, does the plan that I've created match the life that I'm trying to build? You do not have to lower yourself, or lower your lifestyle for the money. As we've said, you need to match your income to your lifestyle. So if you're not making enough money to withstand, then you need to make more money. So make sure in your plan you're establishing, okay, how much income do I need as well? It's not just about, oh, I can't afford this because of my da-da-da. No, switch out of that. It's not that you can't afford it. It's that you're not doing the other things that you need to do to make the money to be able to afford it. Right? I don't tell myself I can't afford trips to Disney because I love going to Disney. For everybody who knows me, I get the money to be able to lead that lifestyle of going to Disney so much, to be an annual pass holder. I specifically make sure there's money set aside for my annual pass and for the money it takes to be in Disney, because I swear just to breathe in that mother is $200 just to breathe. Anyways, but yeah, make sure that the plan that you're creating is catering to the lifestyle that you want to live. In conclusion, guys, be sure to download the free, at the time that y'all are listening to this, it is free, the free money map building money map budgeting template that I'm going to be sending out. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter anyways, because I am always sending out helpful things. I mean, I've literally sent out 15 side hustles. I have sent out 5 secured cards to start leveraging your credit. And now we're going to be sending out this week the money map budgeting template, so you're able to create a budget for yourself. So honestly, if you're like following these episodes and you're following the newsletter, you're literally, I'm giving you the playbook. I'm giving you the blueprint to success. All you gotta do is follow it. Honestly, you just need to implement. You need to have discipline, strategy. I'm giving you the strategy. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. You just follow along with what it is that I'm giving you, and you'll be on a path to going to Disney every single day. Because a lot of people are always like, how do you do this? I have an annual pass. Yeah. I prefer my burger from Deluxe Burger down in Disney Springs over going to Burger King for that Impossible Whopper, because my burger's got to be vegan. Because I'm vegan. I eat organic. Okay? And I'm not ashamed to say I am bougie. I'm okay being bougie. I think a lot of people have created this negative narrative of being bougie, like, oh, she's high maintenance. I am a high maintenance woman, but that doesn't mean that I also don't do my own nails. You see, both of my nails, I'm missing a finger. Okay, but I do my own nails. I do my own hair. I do my own makeup. I do my own facials. I do like to go get massages, but it's not. The point of the matter is, it is okay to want more for yourself. It is okay to be bougie. It is 100% okay. Even if your income is not matching it right now, go back and listen to episode 2. I give you so many side hustles. Get into your side hustle bag. A lot of people don't want to hustle, but you got to sometimes. You've got to. If you want to get more money and you're not sure exactly where to start there. Right? Start with negotiating with your jobs, then go into your side hustle bag, and then there's so many ways to make money. Really. We just have to get up, and we have to want it for ourselves, and we have to do it. If you sit down and you start getting acquainted and becoming chummy with your budget and with your money and your income, you will understand what kind of lifestyle you can live. And if you understand the lifestyle that you can live based off of your income versus the lifestyle you want to live, if they're not matching, one is elevating more than the other, then you need to align them. That's why it's important to sit down and create that money map, because you'll have an understanding of your destination. So yeah, that is this week's episode, guys. I am so grateful for you if you've listened this far. Be sure to tune in for next week's episode. I've got no idea what it's going to be about, but I know it's going to be good, because that's all we drop around here is fire. Mo Money signing out. Until next week, guys. Namaste.